don't mind me real quick as I figure out how to add, because I forgot to do this. There we go, that was fast. Haha, I did it. Back to here. Haha, no one saw anything. Of course. Yeah, hello. Happy Thursday. Welcome in. I'm gonna drop myself a little bit. I'm not that short. But happy Thursday. We made it through most of the week. I hope everyone is well. I hope you're doing good. I am very excited. I have the first the first ever Chopped Basket Redeem reward to do today, which is very exciting. And of course, it's not true to the Chopped Kitchen because I didn't have someone to preheat my oven and boil me a pot of water and get all my pantry lovely and ready to go. All the plates off on the little side. I don't know why those are so far away, honestly. Because half people lose time just running all the way around to get plates. But anyway, we're gonna do our best. We have 4 ingredients. I'm going to try to make them work together throughout the meal. So I've got dinner and dessert and a beverage. Not doing an app, but whatever. That would be a whole nother basket. And the apps are always tacos for some reason. So So yeah, I hope everyone is comfy, grab a drink, we're going to get started, and I do have stream writers going in the background, and hopefully I'll be able to manage that as I'm doing everything else. Success, it's loaded, it's in there. Perfect. Baskets, yes, you could actually send me, you specifically could probably send me a basket of food to do something with. There is a point redeem where you just tell me the 4 ingredients, and it's the same with the choose a recipe. As long as it's reasonable ingredients that I can get, then I will absolutely do it. And welcome in, happy Thursday, Robo and Fred. I hope you're well. Yeah, anything so long as it's reasonably priced and it's available to me. Those were the caveats I had in there. And I'll have to do my best. Yeah, well, that's what Chopped is. It's 3 normal things and a troll thing. And CL chose the basket this week, and it's not very trolly. It could have been trollier. But then again, it has to be something that I can get a hold of. 3 troll things into one dot is a troll thing. I mean, if you really wanted to, we could see what happens. Veal is not even a trolly ingredient. I can get it. I can go to the butcher shop and get some. I'm not going to get a lot because probably more expensive. And I do like to have humane ingredients if possible. I know I didn't write that down anymore, but it's a good idea in general. So this is some sugar cookie dough that I just made earlier today because I knew it would have to chill. And y'all have seen me make sugar cookie dough before. I'm gonna move this a little closer. The lobster whale and some other. My goodness. There, I can just make that. Yes, again, it's available ingredient. So if it's not legal, it's not available. I also am doing another little mini theme. I have prepared myself a stencil. I will take a photo. Thank you, Fred. I suppose, yes, if you were getting the items. And I'm just using this as a stencil to cut out. I apparently found out that I could have sent an image to a friend and they could have created a 3D print for me so I could have a cookie cutter. But I didn't actually, of course, being me, I didn't fully conceptualize what I was doing until today. So, hard to plan ahead if you can't fully conceptualize it. And I, of course, have extra a little bit on the top there because that was the top of my paper. I ran out of room.
What's in your dough?
Oh, the dough is speckly because there is Earl Grey tea in it. And we're also making, in the dessert, we're making a tea loaf cake. Right, so besides the regular sugar cookie dough ingredients, sugar, butter, flour, salt, this has grapefruit zest and Earl Grey tea in it. But otherwise, yeah, just standard standard sugar cookie preparation. I'm doing my good TV magic, and here's the other 4 already cut out. Now you can just pull away the outsides, being careful to not break the ear too much. I do want to tap it in a little bit to make the edges a little bit neater instead of the ragged. Cutting it with a butter knife is not the neatest method. So I'm just smoothing out the edges a little bit.
You have sharp knives.
I don't want to use a sharp knife on my mat. I would cut the mat. I'm perfectly aware that we have knives that would have been better at cutting, but again, I don't want to use that on this because this is silicone and it would get cut with those things. Points to spare. I mean, that's what the points are there for. How dead do the ingredients have to be? Oh my goodness. They have to be in a basket, and the basket has to... Apparently, I need to make more rules just for Robo. No. It's not dill, it's tea. So yes, there are tea leaves in my dough, and I'm popping it in the oven. And I am remembering a timer. Because in theory, it should only take 6 minutes. And then I have some more dough to do something with later. I suppose. Oh, thank you. This is a shirt from Hyena Agenda. I think? Yes, Hyena Agenda. It is very cute. It's got a hyena on it, and it's got the rainbow. And I had to get the shirt one because they were sold out of the ones that were tank tops, which is very sad. But hi, Two Socks. Hi, Featherfall. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. I hope you're well. I need to find my checklist so I can mark off that I put the cookies in the oven. Apparently, Robo is murdering someone so that I have to then cook them. So step 1, Robo redeems the 10,000 point chop basket challenge. Step 2, Robo murders someone, butchers them, and puts them in a basket. Step 3, he brings it over. Step 4, I have to cook the thing in the basket. Any hoozle. So now I'm gonna start with the more of the. I don't need this anymore. In my way. I'm going to make myself a cocktail, so I can handle this conversation. So our 4 ingredients today are... Oh, crap. Mark, can you grab me a grapefruit, please, from the table? Or, like, 3 of them?
What do you want?
A grapefruit.
A grapefruit?
Yes.
Oh, where are they at?
They're on the table over there.
How many?
3.
Oh, that's all good.
Yes, I said they had to be available, reasonably priced items. But then I made the mistake of saying that if he provided the items, it wouldn't matter if they were available and. Oh my goodness.
I can't juggle.
He tried to juggle apparently. Anyway, so our ingredient. Can you? So I have to wash now the counter and the grapefruit. People have been making that joke all day, Fred. My goodness. I did get Mark the tank top. It was in a slightly different color and the larger size. Anyway, tarragon and grapefruit. And then I also have Greek yogurt and chicken thighs as part of it.
Legal repercussions.
I know, right? There's dirty
Amazon.
grapefruits now.
Set 5:55 p.m. reminder from Intel.
Wow. I don't know if she did.
Amazon. Set 5:55 p.m.
And wash the floor off the counter. I had hardly washed it. Oh, well. Anyway. I don't think I have to worry about salmonella or botulism right now. There will be chicken later, so it is a thing, but not yet. So I earlier put some of my tarragon in a container of vodka. So hopefully that is now tarragon infused vodka. I was stirring it with the tarragon stem. And I'm going to get some juice out of a grapefruit. Vanilla? Oh no! No! No diseases here. Banana liqueur and peanut butter whiskey. Oh my goodness. Could you stir like a little dollop of honey into that? That sounds delicious. Got more screwball? Screwball. What's screwball? I know what a highball is. I know what a fireball is. I know what I mean in the context of drinks. What is screwball, Robo? Okay. And I'm going to use some of this simple syrup that I made earlier with calamansies. Oh, the screwball is the peanut butter whiskey. Okay. That does sound delicious. And also sounds like I should make a cake out of it. Like a banana cake with peanut butter frosting and use that whiskey in the frosting. That sounds... Or make a syrup whiskey soak for the cake. Oof, I'm hungry. Okay. So, I'm going to use some of my calamansi syrup. I'm going to get my cookies out of the oven.
Oh, this sounds delicious. Can I have one?
I literally asked you earlier if you were going to have one. You said, no, I might fall asleep.
I didn't know you were using calamansi on our own tree.
Okay. So there's my cookies done already. I don't want them to get super, super brown. They are browner on the bottom in theory than they are on top. So I'm going to pull them and let them cool. And I'm going to drop my... I'm going to turn off my oven because it needs to go down to 325. So I can just turn it off for now. Thank you. Welcome in, Evan. How are you doing? I think I did see you pop in earlier, but I was distracted by my chat talking about making me make Soylent foods. So here's my tarragon vodka. Here's some grapefruit juice. And I'm going to top it off with tonic. I used the spout! Should put some ice in here. And I'm gonna top it with like half this bottle of tonic. If you want one, get yourself a glass.
I'm gonna taste it to see if I want one.
You could have brought me a swizzle stick at least.
Oh.
And thank you for that shout out, Robo. Please do go check out Featherfall. They're not doing their regularly scheduled D&D game tonight, but usually they play D&D or Bob will play some Minecraft.
Gonna like kneel down.
Uh-huh. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Need a little splash of Campari in there or something.
He says Campari, but I don't think he knows what that tastes like off the top of his
Negroni?
head. That's a cocktail.
The stuff they put in it?
Anyway, it is lovely. It might be a little heavy on the syrup, but otherwise, that is lovely. He said Negroni, which is a gin-based cocktail. I'm aware I was responding to Robo.
The Campari itself is not gin.
Because I know, I'm aware. That wasn't the issue. Okay. So I'll make sure to go heavy on the syrup for him because he loves it. Using the pour spout again like I did last time, because I definitely did that last time also. Probably need a little bit more tonic than that, but here's my vodka. Can you actually refill that with vodka too, so we can make someone see how it comes over?
Where is
It's in the cupboard.
I bring alcohol? Do you bring anything?
Yeah, I gave you a cocktail. It's right there.
Oh, you weren't sure where it was.
And it's even garnished with some
Thank you.
tarragon leaves in there.
Cheers.
Plank.
Ready to have a drinky weekend?
The shit stirrer. Never would have guessed it, Bob. Okay. So, that is step one down. That's the appetizer. That was the appetizer.
The appetizer drink?
Yes.
Ooh, I'm gonna be faster.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm done.
Okay. Cocktail done. Next step, I'm going to microwave some potatoes. So I've got some potatoes here. I am just stabbing them to demonstrate to Robo how you stab things. Anyway, and I'm just going to pop these in the microwave for like 10 minutes or something, because I want them to get steamed, and then I want them to cool down so I can chop them up and then I can fry them. Which I've never done, but I'm excited to try. As you'll walk around. Aha! Step done. Yes, that is the idea. I'm going to steam them in the microwave, and then I'm going to chop them into cubes, and then I will fry them in the pan right before dinner's served. Welcome in. We just finished our tarragon and grapefruit cocktail. This is the CL that requested the, they're not tots. They're going to be like home fry kinda. Yes, tarragon and grapefruit. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna make a cake now. I've got my flour, and I use part flour, part almond flour. Or I guess I should say, I should really call it ground almonds instead of almond flour because that's what it is. Although, I guess flour is just ground wheat? So I don't know. I think he would mean either way, Butamus. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. Oh, I see. Yes. The jacuzzi is in the bathroom. It's just a jacuzzi tub. It's not a full-on jacuzzi. Unfortunately. Okay, so flour. I'm gonna put in some amount of salt. And then my baking powder and baking soda. Sounds like I need to retain a lawyer to figure out all of these technicalities. Just cannibaling. I don't know if there was any... I don't know if it would violate TOS so long as I wasn't harming any people on the stream. Like, I was just talking about it. We talk about harming people all the time in D&D. Haven't gotten in trouble for accidentally murdering a hobo. I would like you to... Can you vacuum seal it at least? What is dead can't die. I don't know. That's a different show. Okay. Apparently I need a second bowl. Rude. Also, that was a good movie. The Dead Don't Die. What? Oh, I could sous vide people. Actually, that's a good idea, because I don't actually know what temperature you've got to cook people to. So if I sous vide, I could make sure it got all up to temp, and then didn't, like, hurt anyone. I mean, hurt anyone, like, alive. That was important. Probably the same as pork, so, like, I'd want to go on the safe side, so, like, 165... I'm glad I am representing you, or you're representing me, or something. I'm glad to be associated with you, Bob. Some amount of sugar in a bowl. I will say when I was investigating recipes, I was very pleased to see that the blog that this was on had the ingredients at the very top of the page. And then they put the story below it, and I was very appreciative. And I'm sure I could contact her and tell her this if I cared to read the story and find the contact information. But good on her. I appreciate it. Just whipping up my eggs and sugar to get them a little bit frothy. Just put them on a towel so it's not clicking and clacking everywhere. It's true, there's no people in this cake. Oh, okay. Oh, the cake baits the trap. It's just a cake sitting on a bed of leaves outside, and then... Well, it can't be vegan. I just put eggs in it. Cake for vegan. How to bake for vegans. How to bake vegans. Christian, I should probably prep my container. I'm just going to spray a loaf pan. I'm going to trim my parchment a little bit. There we go. And this just makes me a nice little cradle so I can get the cake out easier. And so it doesn't, I know it won't stick to the bottom of the pan. Because I can pull the whole piece of paper out. Okay. Okay. Add my vanilla. Some amount of vanilla. Yeah, some amount. Get this out of the way. Then I can pour this right in here. Give that a little mix. Ah, it told me. Some people measure vanilla. Some people are, oh, it could be cannabis instead of tea, I suppose. It would look about the same. I think that was the notification for Stream Raiders. Let's go... Stream rated up. Oh no, it's the food cam. That's the important part anyway. Let's go hasty. So we can get over to those factories and destroy them. I'm just gonna, as that's going, dump my yogurt into the bowl. Because I did want my yogurt to be room temperature, but I didn't want to leave the whole thing. What?
Oh, we're catching up. There's just a lot more enemies than
I did get it to work. Huzzah! Congrats to Robo for his paladin. And we can move right along. Let's drop a healer over here because I need to drop healers. There you go. Yeah, I mean, I love Hawkeye as a character. The show isn't their best. It's fine. I'm still going to finish watching it, but it's not the best they've done. Okay, so now for my tea, I don't have any loose tea, but I do have tea bags. So I'm going to try it says a quarter cup from tea bags, and I think that's about 4 bags. The thing that I need to watch that I haven't watched yet is Encanto. Okay. There's my tea. I'm going to switch back to my whisk briefly. As I stream in a cup of oil. Although I don't know why it bothers saying that you need to stream this in. Maybe she knew I was going to be streaming baking it. But I'm certainly not concerned about, like, getting it really well incorporated. I don't want to do a ton of whisking because once the flour's in it, you don't want to work it too much. Because I'm making a cake. I'm not making bread. I'm not trying to knead it. So that should be plenty of mixing. Alright. Did I turn my oven back on? Story's good at the beginning and disjointed near the end. Okay, well, I've heard a couple of the songs, and I'm trying not to do the same thing that happened like before we saw Book of Mormon. Like, we made sure not to. We heard all those songs so many times that when you go and see the show, it's not the same impact. So before we saw Hamilton, we made sure that we did not ever listen to the soundtrack, because then when we heard it the first time, we're like, oh, this is very big and impressive and exciting. But then also, the other side of that coin is that you also don't have the words like set in your mind already, and so sometimes it's hard to understand them in the moment. So seeing it, going back and listening to the soundtrack after seeing it was definitely worth it. Okay. There's that. Let me move my cookies onto a tray. Yeah, see, they started getting brown on the bottom. It gets browner faster than on the top. So you want to make sure you don't over bake them, because they will start getting too crispy. If you really like crispy cookies, feel free to bake it a little bit longer. And these would be great to dip in tea. So if you want them for dipping in tea, then do that too. I need a place to put this. Okay. My oven is ready, so I can place that on. Thank you, Fleck. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. How was your stream? Did you finish? I felt like you just started, but I guess I did say hi a couple hours ago. Robo, can you please give a shout out to Flexstream? Sprinkling some sugar on top to give it a nice little crispy, crackly crust. Throw that right in the oven. Starting to smell good. What are you doing? Short ones. Oh, you were just sleepy? Well, do not have this cocktail unless you're going to bed, because it will put you to sleep. Family dramas.
Not safe. Can we move them?
E on the F list? No, don't touch anything. It's only not safe if you come and knock it over. I have everything all like...
It just looks like it's going to fall.
I know everything is fine if you don't touch it.
Touch.
Like, this looks like it's going to fall over. Shake, shake, shake. Oh, the shirt's from Hyena Agenda. It is very cute.
Wait, did you sprinkle it with granulated sugar?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yes, you did. Anyway, set our timer. Not 100 minutes. Wait, no, it is. It does say 1 hour and 0 minutes. I did not expect that when I typed in 100. Or I did, and then I thought I was going to be wrong, but I didn't. Oh, I still haven't set up a menu command. I'm terrible.
Oh, is that... You can, people can type that and see what you're making.
That was the idea. I would do that.
That's a
I'm
cool
still
idea.
intend to do it. Today is the Chop Basket Challenge, so I'm making things with grapefruit, tarragon, and we're about to move on to dinner, which includes chicken thighs and Greek yogurt. Sounds like you want to be a mod over there. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Okay, I'm gonna minimize that now, because I've mixed and baked the cake. The cake is baking. Okay, I'm gonna make some curd. I'm gonna get that going. Ooh, this is warm. Okay, so I'm gonna juice another grapefruit. Put it in this pan. Oh no. He said that it was should absolutely ban him. Now he was talking about how the mods should get on like doing my menu command that I had thought about doing and haven't gotten around to yet. Oh, I should have zested that before I cut it in half. Well, I guess I need to zest a cut in half grapefruit now. Okay. I'm gonna zest it. Yeah. Robo, aka Best Mod Ever, is modding a lot of streams. Whereas my husband, who has all of this power, is just sitting there, stirring up shit. Coming over here asking me if I put sugar on top. Robo Best Mod, Claymore Laziest Mod. Okay. I bought a bag of 6 grapefruits, and I think I'm using 4 of them in this meal. Oh, but for the actual menu, so I've got the cookies made. I had Earl Grey cookies. I have a Earl Grey tea cake in the oven right now. I am making some grapefruit curd to go with the cake, and then I will be putting some. Oh no, I need more grapefruits after this. One more grapefruit, please.
Another grapefruit?
Yes, because I need a grapefruit salad also. Okay. This one is just for... Oh, no, never mind. I have it right here. Never mind. Never mind. I'm saving this juice for another cocktail. That's what I'm doing. I just needed the zest. Okay. I wrote all the steps down, and I'm still losing track. The cake is baking. The cookies are baked, but have not been decorated yet. I did. Yeah, it's a bunch of places. I posted it on our server.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, there's my... That's a dry cup up here. Okay. Like I'm just adding more sugar and more sugar to everything. And I'm using every whisk in the kitchen today, too. Okay. So curd is just pretty much a citrus pudding. You probably have also seen me make this. I have a container somewhere into which I'm going to crack some eggs. Actually, I'm going to get a second container so I don't ruin everything. So, to separate my eggs, I'm going to crack it into this container. Pull the yolk out to put in here. And put the white in here to use later. For meringue or for frosting. I don't know. And the reason you do this is because I broke this egg yolk. And I don't want to save this egg white if there's yolk in it, because then it won't whip up. But I can... Yeah, it's all gone. So that was a wasted egg white, but that's fine, because I don't need it right now. Ah, these eggs are just sharp. Also, I didn't do it when it was cold, so... You know what? Screw it. I can do one full egg instead of a fourth egg yolk. Eggs are much easier to separate when they're cold, but I got them out early because I was baking with them. So that's my bad. But I do have... Maybe. No, that isn't a plan. That isn't on my list of emotes to make. Well, because some get banned. I don't want to have a new emote to immediately get it banned. Oh, that's true.
I need a snack before I even go. Maybe some pistachios. Wish me luck. I won like 3 games in a row and then I lost. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Okay. I'm gonna let that slowly come up to temperature because I don't want to scramble any eggs. And in fact, when it gets up, I might actually put some cornstarch in just for safety. But I keep stepping on my tonic water thing and wondering what I'm stepping on. It's happened like 4 times now. So, here is the goo. Hey Porter, welcome in. Happy Thursday, hope you're well. Here is my main basket ingredient. If you were watching Chopped, this would be the protein. No, excuse you. Thank you, Viridian. So, I have a bunch of chicken thighs in here, which are bone-in, skin-on. And I put it in my marinade, which is mostly made with grapefruit juice and Greek yogurt, which is my other basket ingredient, so I'm not forgetting any basket ingredients. I also had some dried tarragon that I put in here.
Want to get chopped?
As well as some paprika, salt, pepper. I didn't put any garlic in here. But I put in coriander seed, some other stuff. No ginger. Thank you. I will see you later, Robo. So yeah, this has just been marinating. And I took that's a little bit of a cheat that I started it early, but I wanted to make sure it got some flavor into these chicken thighs. And I don't have a vacuum sealer or anything, so I'm just making sure it gets nice and flavorful. Yeah, but that's there. It's just marinating for an hour, maybe 2. I don't know. Some amount of time. But it's going to continue to marinate. Yes, absolutely. Yogurt chicken with grapefruit. So I'm going to put that off to the side again. Grapefruit and tarragon. Because that was the thing. I'm going to pay attention to my curd. Turn it up a little bit. I thought I had some cornstarch. I went through this before and I forgot to find the cornstarch. It's alright. I can use some tapioca instead. Or some... It's fine. make an adjustment. I kind of want to get a hot plate that I could plug in over there so I could, like, show y'all what I'm cooking in that kind of view. That'd be interesting. I should borrow a hot plate from my mom. An induction stovetop. That's doing its thing. I need to get a strainer. Which I thought I knew where it was, but... My strainer. Oh, there's one. That'll work. Ripcord. Ripcurd. Oh. Curd's doing fine. Some salt in it, though. I do want to get this done because I don't want to be dealing with it while I start cooking my chicken. Just keeping it moving so my eggs don't get curdly, because that's no good. I just want to cook it until it gets thick, kind of like a pudding. And you can see it's happen. It's already getting there. It needs a little bit more time, but you can see it getting a little bit thicker. Oh, you're cursed. You were trying to curse it. Oh no. Yeah, you're supposed to do reps. You're supposed to do. Oh, I owe someone some push-ups, don't I? Who redeemed those? And turn my heat down. No, it was before Teo got here. Who redeemed? Someone redeemed. Oh, no, it's not on my. It's probably Viridian cursing my curd because I forgot to do my push-ups. No, it was Bob. Okay. Bob was the other option. I remembered it got there. Okay. What are you complaining about? Oh. I don't know either. Magic. Is my Stream Raiders done? Oh no, we got 7 minutes. Okay. Backwards.
It's not possible.
It must be.
How did you do this? What the hell? I guess I need to feed this thing to him? What the hell?
Yes.
Well, I guess that'll work.
Yeah.
We need to go to more escape rooms.
He's losing his knack for puzzles since we haven't been to an escape room in a long time.
Oh, we did one at the last.
We did one at Christmas, yes. Yeah, but we also made sure not to do the super hard one because we were doing it with your family who's never done one before, including their kids. Okay. There's my lovely curd. And even if you're really good at making curd and have been paying complete attention to it, it is still a good idea to put it through your sieve, just to make sure that you have any bits of egg that you might have gotten out of it. But I also don't want my zest in there either. So this will get my zest out of there after I've gotten all the flavor from it. But now I won't have any grainy bits in my curd. And then last thing, while it's still hot, yeah. I'm going to put some butter in it, and just the heat of the curd right now will melt the butter. We'll mix that in. I could have made it easier on myself and cut the butter into smaller chunks, but what fun is that, right? Magic? Who's magic? Oh, Turbid was doing magic on my... Were you imparting magic to Viridian's curse on my curd?
Wait, Turbid's there?
Yeah, Turbid's here.
Hi, Turbid.
He leaves, but then he's like, oh, Turbid's here. I need to come back and say hi to Turbid.
I'm mini golfing.
He's mini golfing.
The best thing.
Turbid's raving for you.
Yay! Woo, I got a hole in one.
That rave got him a hole in one. He should thank you. Okay, so there's my curd. Nice and smooth and silky. With no eggs in it. Oof. And it's quite tasty. I could just eat that right now. Could also stir some vanilla into it, but I don't think it needs it. Yeah, put that in the fridge to chill down.
Are you eating the curd?
Yes. No.
No, I don't get any.
No, it's in the fridge now.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Ah, I have no room. I just need Nacho about that papaya. Oh, goodness. He doesn't need... All he's had for dinner is a cocktail. Okay.
That's all I did.
So I stepped through... Okay. Let's make our frosting.
Oh.
Or do we want to put... I'm going to make frosting. I'm going to make frosting now. Make, well, not frosting. Royal icing. With our favorite ingredient now. Meringue powder. Is this the half tablespoon? Okay. Quarter cup? I don't want a quarter cup. That's too small. Too small. Everything is too small. Here we go. She's a curd. She's a lady. She's a mom. She's a lover. She's a child. She's a lover. She's a sauce. Thank your mother for teaching you the recipe. You know what? I could also use, instead of water in here, I could use some of that grapefruit juice. Only a little, because I don't want to mess with the chemistry too much. So if you've never used meringue powder to make your icing, highly recommend it. It does not have. Someone cook most common thing in broccoli. Brown. I mean, we love brown meat. My goodness. He's back.
How are you doing?
I'm. Dealing with you in my way.
I'm waiting for everyone to show up.
Okay. So I'm just going to add water to this a little bit at a time until it becomes frosting consistency. Or rather, icing. I keep saying frosting, but it's icing. And there is a difference, but I don't know if I could explain it to you right now. Oh, it's like, what is going on? That was, Stream Raiders. Meredith Brooks. Come visit, Fleck. I will cook for you. It's only a cross-country flight, right?
Yeah.
And this frosting is really forgiving. If it's too loose, you just add some sugar to it. If it's too dry, you add some water to it. Nice and simple. Does not take much water to loosen it up, so I'm gonna have to add some more sugar to this. But let's handle the Stream Raiders. Let's go over here. Go to our Stream Raiders. What do we got? Let's there's no one to curse, so let's haste these folks again. Start it off. Quake icing. And of course, if you just leave this frosting out, it'll dry out slowly. So, if it ever dries out too much where you can't work with it, again, just add some extra water to it. But like, seriously, half a teaspoon at a time. Because I went a little overboard. Trying not to make like a whole ass thing of this. Because I don't have tons of stuff to use it on. There we go. That's better. And the consistency you're going for is that it should run off. That's still probably a little too loose, but it'll be okay. That sounds right, Butamus. That's Robo and Tech. Set up the next one. And I'm not at all doing Stream Raiders because I enjoy it. It's all for you lovely people. Okay. I did this so well over Christmas. Like I made such nicely consistent such nice consistency frosting for when I was setting up for the kids to decorate cookies. Okay. So my favorite thing to do, or my favorite method for decorating cookies, is squeeze bottles. Because it is really easy to control where you're going. You don't have to mess around with getting stuff into piping bags. I only have two because I bought two not knowing how easy it was going to be to use them. When I went to the cake supply store in Southern California and I told the proprietor that I was going to go to Michael's to buy some squeeze bottles because they didn't have any at this store. She's like, "Oh, don't you just prefer using bags? I find it so much easier." I'm like, "Nope." Maybe if you're really good with piping bags, but I am not good with piping bags in that way. And this way is just it worked. And so really, do what works for you. But I also like that I can wash these and I don't have to throw away a plastic bag afterwards. And I try to do what I can to not throw away excess plastic. So yes, these bottles are plastic, but I can use them over and over. Okay, so this one I'm going to dye orange. I really wish I had... Yes! That is the idea, that I can reuse this a bunch of times. And I wish I had bought some orange food gel, because trying to mix colors is not my forte. But I've got to try to mix yellow and pink to get orange. But it is, in general, much easier to just buy the color that you like, or that you want to use. Because I want to say that needs more pink in it. Glass vials almost never applied with a piping bag. Usually just dip into it or it's applied with a spoon or a finger. Oh! I do that when I'm trying to make the whole top of the cookie the same shade. Or like if I have done like the drop of frosting that you swirl around to get like the kind of tie-dye swirly look. But welcome in, Hinonde. Please let me know if I'm saying your name right. I would like to get that pronunciation right. But I'm glad to see you're here. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. I hope you're well. And as a first-time chatter, please let us know what sort of bender you would be in the Avatar universe so we can get you over to the right dojo. I was thinking that's too pink. It's really hard to get the right amounts of colors into things, too. And the pink is a little bit too dominant. Oh, if you are familiar with the Avatar universe, I like to ask my viewers what kind of bender they would be. My persona there, Quake, is an earthbender. And now it might be too yellow, but at some point we're just going to have to go with it, or else I'm going to just sit here and add a drop of dye at a time. And again, that's why buy the color. Food dye is not too expensive. It's like $2 for a bottle, and it lasts for a long time. Well, that's pretty orange. That's good enough. It's good enough. It's also unfortunate that I don't have any... Yeah, I don't have any actual red, which doesn't help. And I don't have any yellow gel dye. I have yellow, like, liquid dye. And see, one of the reasons my persona is an earthbender is because I work with dirt foundations in my work, and so it was kind of fitting. I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to spill everywhere. Although I did figure out that my favorite way to get brown frosting is by using molasses, because it integrates really well with royal icing, and gives a nice brown a nice brown color. And I've tried using cocoa powder before, but it doesn't quite dissolve well enough, so it gets a little bit gritty. But molasses is already liquid, so it just integrates really nicely, and I like it. Of course, it works really well when you're decorating gingerbread cookies, because it already has the molasses flavor in it. Just grow vegetables. Yeah, earthbender. Awesome. We can train together. I'll set that aside. I'm going to screw on my bottle top. Wash my hands again, because I have spilled a little bit on the outside. Cyan, magenta, yellow. Right? Well, no, I need to go back to the cake shop. But there used to be one just down the road, and then that one moved to the other side of town, so I haven't made myself an opportunity to go to their new location yet. So, okay. We've got our cookies. That is a little bit greasy. I'm gonna get a different silk hat. No, and I didn't add cream of tartar. I added meringue powder. So instead of using egg whites and having to whisk them up, I use meringue powder. Oh, no problem at all. And meringue powder is cornstarch, egg whites, but they're egg whites that are processed, so you don't have to worry about them being pasteurized, so they're food safe. They're without cooking. It's got a little bit of sugar and some stabilizers and some citric acid in it, I believe is what is the stabilizer. Yes, it's... Oh, I've never tried dehydrated egg whites for macarons. I should try that. I have not had very much luck with making macarons before. I'm about 2 for 10 on my macarons, but so that I'm a little bit shy of making more of them. Okay, I have a reference somewhere. Come on. Sometimes the little lids of these get stuck. Oh, it's still got a little bit of purple dye on it. That's why. Okay. What is automated? Silicon bender? I mean, I kind of think that would be a type of earthbender, because it's working with things extracted from the ground. Or maybe fire. I do say that Quake's specialty is bending mud, so he's used to working with very saturated earth. Okay. So, I'm just going to pipe lines, and then I can come back and fill those in later. So there's little white corners, edges. I'm working off a picture. There's a nose. And of course I will do a few of these and then I will figure out a much better method probably after I've already done all of them. But that's alright. And you can do multiple layers to get like texture. Like if I fill these in at different times, then they'll have a slightly different elevation. And it'll give some depth to it. And of course you can fill in a little bit and then just use the tip, the nozzle, to spread it out a little bit. And then it's a little bit loose. Pierre heard my recipe for macaron in a book somewhere. Dehydrate your egg white. Codebender! I love it. Yeah, absolutely. Come up with your new type. I don't know where I would send you to train for that. And while this one sets up a little bit, I will just do another one. Off to the side. And these are patterned after an emote done by another Twitch streamer that I follow, who is very cute. And so I'm doing these in honor of him. And of course, if there's any breaks or cracks in your cookies, frosting will hide everything. Okay, so now I can go back and do this one a little bit. And I might come back with a different color and make some delineations, or I could wait for it to set and do a second layer on top. There's a bunch of different ways that you could go through and do and get your layering. But I'm just going to demonstrate my idea. So it's derived from sand. Yeah, exactly. Reality Bender, if you could do it. I think we're getting into a different mythos. Okay. And then the rest of this I'm going to do in the orange. And I do feel like I have very good control with my little squeezy bottle. And I can come back and do some details afterwards. I'm just trying to get the big shapes marked out. And I wonder if it is like art that way, where you block out all the big pieces and then you come back and fill in the details. It probably is. I maintain that art is magic, and it's not a magic that I am particularly well versed in. But as long as you enjoy it and have fun, then it's not too big of a deal. And of course you can come back with like a little, I've seen little tools, but a toothpick works very well for filling in the little gaps, or again, I'm just using the nozzle. Oh no. And I can tell that this one was a little bit looser, probably just because I put the liquid food coloring in, and that loosened it up a little bit. But I'm going to leave that like that for now, and come back to it in a little bit, once it's had a chance to dry some. And of course, I have several other ones to decorate, but no rush. But I need to get started on dinner.
how to get the hole in one on the one without the wall.
Okay. So I've got my chicken over here.
Oh, what? No way!
And that is one thing, Quake cannot bend metal. He'd be more likely to be able to bend lava than metal. Okay. So now we're back to our basket ingredients. And I do have all the basket ingredients in here because I have my yogurt, my tarragon, my grapefruit, and my chicken thighs. So everything is in there, plus some other herbs and spices. And I'm just going to throw those into a couple of pans on the stove. That's a fun place to put that. And start searing them skin side down. I don't want to crowd them in the pan. I know I don't have enough room in one pan for all of this. So I'm going to do it in two. And I'm also doing them in pans that I can transfer to the oven, so I can finish them off in the oven because it's chicken. I want to make sure it gets cooked all the way through. And having marinated it in the yogurt and the grapefruit juice should have tenderized it and help it keep really nice and moist. Kasky, hello. like same as blood bending, right? All of it. Peanut butter whiskey bending. We're doing a chop basket challenge, Kasky, and so I'm about to put my marinated chicken in. My basket ingredients are chicken thighs, Greek yogurt, grapefruit, and tarragon, and everything is in here, plus a bunch of other stuff. Plus, we have made some cookies. There's a tea cake going. There's you might recognize that cookie up there. You might see it, you might know it, you might love it. Hopefully that'll look very nice once it's done. And Kasky, how are you feeling? I heard you were a little bit down under the weather recently. I hope you're feeling well. Hope you're feeling better. Yay! We are going to be in town this weekend for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think. So if you are free for a drink and you're feeling up to it, let us know. I'm just going to drip off my marinade and throw this right in my hot pan.
Oh, so close.
Well, not quite hot enough yet. My butter is sizzling, but my pan isn't quite hot enough yet. This one is. Oh, tahini. I put some tahini in here. That's what I did. Yes, absolutely. I think we're coming in. We're driving down tomorrow morning. And we're picking up Mark's sisters to go to lunch at some point. But yeah, we'll be around all weekend. Oh, and my mods all went away. But there's. Please go follow the lovely BK Kasky, my friendly local internet dog, dog on the internet. But yeah, we love him. He's adorable, and he's a fun streamer. Okay, our chicken is going. I should check the cake though. What's going on with that? No, it still needs its time. That's fine. Still got 15 minutes left. But sometimes the cooking times don't account for convection ovens. So it's always good to check a little bit early to make sure that you're not overcooking. I need, like, so much more kitchen space. Thank you for hosting this stream, Kasky. I appreciate it. So just get to sit and watch the chicken. The chicken's in the pan. I can move the camera briefly. Haha. There it is. Chicken in a pan. Must be using. Must be using slobs. I am using slobs. How could you tell? How could you tell? Because of that default host notification, I did not update the host notification. That's the default. I have updated the follower and the raid ones. Okay. So you can get a little tap, and it's already getting pretty solid. Oh. Oh, no, I have not. I have had people tell me that I should be using just OBS rather than Streamlabs OBS. But I am lazy, so I have not done any of that work. Okay. So, I also did cheat and bought some pre-made frosting because I did not want to, Oh, this one needs a dealie. Dang it. Dang it! I should have bought the tiny one. Because I didn't want to make a tiny amount of other colors. It's alright. I'm gonna get a toothpick. Because also black frosting is really hard to get looking nice. So I'm just gonna make a little nose. I'm gonna try to draw on. Now I kind of wish I just had a frosting pen. That is not as good as I wanted it to be. And this one needs to be snipped off.
You're playing risky ball there.
Huh. There's our kinky friend's glasses. Oh, that face looks not great. It's really hard. These are cookies. But I'm trying to make a face And I thought that I was going to have a more precise method of doing the black frosting, like the green. I might have to just make some black frosting and try to, and use my squeeze bottles, because this is kind of a pain in my butt. And this looks more like a mouth than a nose. It's supposed to be a nose. It's really hard to get proportions right. This is a mouth. It doesn't quite work. I'm going to work on it. Ooh, what are you making? Shakshuka. You're making shakshuka. I love fucking shakshuka. Patty melts. Chicken tagine. Ooh, you're going all out. Goodness. I love it. I'm excited. I want to come over for dinner. Tell me what time to be there and what to bring. And I'm going to flip my chicken. I'm going to turn up my fan. There's our chicken so far, and it's going to have to go in the oven. Oh, I forgot to finish making my coffee. Oh no! I meant to make some coffee. It's still sitting over there. It's just been sitting there getting cold. I get my coffee. Bring it down now that smoke is gone. Where are my other... There it is. Oh no, that's the thing. What part of the world do you live in, Porter? Are you anywhere at all local to me? Oh, it looks better from this view. It looks better backwards than it does to me. Or maybe it's just growing on me. I don't know. Trying to get some different levels in here, so you can see, like, because I'm gonna need to do. There's a tail in there, so maybe. No, so this is based off of Kelith, our local internet kangi. This is a tail. Now maybe it is. Now it would be maybe a little bit more clear, since I've got a second level for his tail. But yes, he has the internet, the one and only kangi on the internet. Oh no! Got a little piece of frosting on him. Anyway, I should take a picture. Kentucky. I'm in California, so a little bit of a drive. Okay. I'm going to turn these down. I'm going to check my cake again. Cake still needs time. Cake is still raw. So I'm going to move things around in the oven so I can put these in. And I lost my... I'm always losing my mitts. This is going to go down here. Okay. Okay. I'm going to give that chicken like 20 minutes in the oven so it'll finish cooking through, and of course I'll temp it before serving it. I'm going to get my white frosting on here so that my first level can dry. Got a little nose here. Yeah, you can do it pretty fast once you get into the groove. And of course, the people who do this for a living are much more talented, but also can just rock these things out like nobody's business. But this is also a great way to do cookies with kids for holidays. Like the kids, especially Mark's nieces and nephews, love doing gingerbread at the holiday. And so I just got some of these squeeze bottles for them. And set them up with a bunch of cookies of different shapes and let them go at it. I will take pride in the fact that the nephew, who's trying to be somewhat of an influencer on Instagram, posted pictures of everyone's cookies and had his followers vote on whose was the best. And mine was the best. It was almost like I'd done it before. Okay. Oh, I just took a photo, CL. Thank you. But I can take another one. I can take one of the inside of the oven. Well, if you ever make it out here, I would be happy to show you around. Just woke back up. Are you coming over? Dinner's almost ready. I hope you had a nice nap. I've got to deal with my potatoes. Okay. I can actually get my cutting board over here now. Awesome. Let me do Stream Raiders because I think that is ready. Looks like there's some archers up there, so let's give them the high ground. just gonna dice up my potatoes. That was really fast. So fast! Congrats, Butamus and Turbid, for your scrolls. And let's go. Do we want to go for the golds, or I think we like this green chest. Let's go down here. Oh no, I can't go that way. I can't split off down there. Or no, because I'm on this one. Ha ha ha! I can read. Let's get a healer down here. Let's get some rogues up here to take out these factories. Let's get some armored and some ranged back here. You can be ranged too. And a couple support. And some, I know, I just... Need support on the side. There we go. Have at it, folks. Okay. I'm going to dice up these potatoes that I have cooked in the microwave, just till they're soft. And then you dice them up. And I'm gonna have to find another pan, because I just put both of my pans that I would use for this in the oven. I have another huge pan behind me, but that's not really what I want. These are nice and creamy. They're nicely textured potatoes. Oop. Just crushing them. Ooh. They're tasty potatoes too. There's not even anything on these. Just a good potato. Okay, let's find a pan. Or a pot. So why not? I'm going to put a good amount of oil in the pan. Let that get pretty hot. I'm going to salt my potatoes because they don't have any seasoning on them yet. I also might throw some more tarragon, if I could find it. Did I put it away? Did I put it somewhere? I might throw some tarragon into the oil. Just to flavor it as it's heating up. And let's make some space. So I also want to take this last grapefruit and cut off the skin. I want the skin and the pith off. And if I was feeling ambitious, I could save this skin and dehydrate it and use it in things. But since I already said I'm going to be in the city all weekend, I don't exactly have lots of time to handle that right now. I do have a bunch of oranges back there that I intend to save. I saw a TikTok to save the orange peels, dehydrate them in the oven, and then use them, grind them up and use them to make tea or to like make a facial scrub. Okay. And then I'm just gonna... No, I kind of want smaller segments, so I'm gonna cut it through, because then I can also de-seed it a little bit. And then I just want to come through here and take out my segments. And I can smell my oil back there, so I've got to get my potatoes in there. Let those fry up a bit. Come on. Get out of there. Dang it. Sometimes the fruit does not want to cooperate. Oh, I should also take my cake out of the oven, because it did not need that full time, and I also turned up the temperature. I think this should be ready now. Again. Yes. Okay, so now my skewer is coming out clean, so my cake is done. And of course, it looks and smells lovely. This is my tea cake. Gonna let that cool for a few minutes, and then I can lift it out of the pan. Honestly, I think it'd be easier just to say screw it and chop up the whole thing. Or rather, I know it would be easier. But I'm trying to get this membrane. I'm trying not to serve the membrane. Or at least not much of it. Maybe that's why the recipe said very cold grapefruits. As if it was cold, it would probably be easier to dissect. And of course I'm just using more language to make Robo think that I'm gonna murder someone. I'm gonna take a real quick potty break, and I will be right back. Okay. Start getting stuff out because we're almost ready to plate.
What the shit?
I guys already have ready means diced up, conveniently. A few on the plate. Oh my goodness. Shadow, welcome in. Happy Thursday. Thank you for the biddies. How are you doing tonight? I am getting ready. Well, I am starting to plate some stuff up from our chopped basket. I'm hoping it is all a cohesive dish. I should turn it this way. Put this here. So y'all can see it. Need to pay attention to my potatoes back here. Getting nice and crispy. Just chilling. That is awesome. I hope you will have a lovely dinner ready or already had a lovely dinner.
Hey, wow.
We've been cooking up a storm. We've got some decorated kangi cookies. That looks more like a mouth than I thought it did at first. I like it. I'm learning. We're getting the hang of the black icing did not come in the nicest form. Of course, we have our lovely tea cake all ready to go. I should put that on a rack. I have a rack somewhere. I know I have a rack because I had it for the cookies.
Oh, yeah, I guess. A little bit too late.
And of course, I've used every whisk and spatula. You are too kind. My goodness. I'm gonna temp my chicken to make sure it's done. If I can remember where I put my thermometer. I had a thermometer somewhere. Guess I'm using the backup thermometer. Oh, come on. It is a probe. Probe. Tell me. Well, that's not working. Really wish I knew where that thermometer had gotten to. Oh, right there. It's behind my lettuce. So we've got our Insta-Read thermometer. Check our chicken temp. And we're at 162, which is great. We want to pull it out. It'll go up a little bit more when we bring it out of the oven, but I'm going to say that is done. Well, I had the timer at the right spot, I guess. There's our chicken all done. I'm gonna scoop. Let's see. You know what? Let me get a plate. For our potatoes. There's our crispy potatoes. I will just, well, I can finish dressing my salad. Just gonna throw some pistachios on there. A couple sprigs of fresh tarragon. Because I can't let any of the judges think that I am skimping on any of my ingredients. Got our crispy tarragon potatoes. Which are lovely, but they do need a hit of salt. And it won't hurt to salt my salad either. I'm going to do a tiny bit of oil on my salad. I don't really need any vinegar or anything because there should be plenty from the grapefruit. And there is our yogurt, tarragon, grapefruit marinated chicken thigh. And there you go. Dinner is ready to be served. Let me also show you a slice of cake. Plate.
Oh, it almost hit that wall, didn't it? It almost hit that wall.
Our lovely cheesecake.
No! Oh, you're in trouble now.
To serve with a spoonful of curd, which is still cooling off. It'll get thicker as it cools, but who's got the time? Who's got the patience? It's our grapefruit curd on our Earl Grey tea cake. And the Kangi who inspired it. And there's dessert. We're ready. Oh my goodness. We're all ready for next week now. Let me write that down. Dressed on Make sure I got everything. Okay. Turbid basket. Beets, polenta, chard or kale, some sort of winter green. Oyster mushrooms. Interesting. Okay. That should be a fun one. Ooh, and maybe we can challenge ourselves and try to make it vegan. Although vegan polenta, that'll take some doing. I should take a picture. I should take some better pictures afterwards. But thank you for hanging out with me on this journey. Had a great time with y'all. And I believe... yes, the Kangi in question is absolutely streaming. So let's go pay him a visit. He's doing some art. He's an amazing artist. Lovely, adorable person. Thank you so much for the bits, Shadow. Thank you for the follow, Hinande. Thank you for the host, Kasky, and I hope to see you this weekend. Otherwise, I hope everyone's week has been great. I hope you have a great weekend coming up. Everyone stay safe and happy and healthy. Make some delicious treats. I should / raid at he is. Make yourself some delicious treats. Make yourself some tea cake and tea cookies, and throw together your chop basket challenge. And send me pictures of when you do, because whatever I know you make, I know it'll be good enough to eat. I've been Quake, and I will see you next time. Oh, before. There, got it before I forgot. And click.
Here and there. It's super fun. I like it a lot. Oh, hi. Hi, Quake. Hello. Hello, hello.